Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Mr. Fred and Friends. I'm your host, Fred Schultz, and tonight we're going to be talking about the kids, the young guns, and the NXL. As you know, Tommy Cole is with us tonight. You know, Tommy has really put together a terrific series. I mean, the NXL World Cup is probably the biggest of the biggest all year, and I'm very, very proud to have him on tonight. And I'm going to have a couple of the people that I really think have fired off the young guns and have made it kind of sweep the nation, I'll say, because there's all kinds of people doing it now. But Mark Gong and Michael Beard, when they first started, there wasn't a lot said about it. And then Jennifer jumped in. Jennifer and Frank Montresor, they jumped in with the Montresor Marauders. And this thing has just snowballed. And I just want everybody to understand that what these people have done for the sport of paintball and for the future of paintball is just terrific. And I am so very happy to have these guys on here tonight. And like I say, Tommy Cole, the NXL, there is going to be a segment, a Young Guns, I'll call it a Young Guns tournament at the NXL at the World Cup in Orlando this year. And I think it's just a terrific thing. And we're going to have Tom on to talk about it. And I've got a heck of a lineup here tonight. I got to tell you, I've got Frank and Jennifer Montresor. I've got Mr. Mark Gong, obviously Bill Bailey with me every week. I have Cheryl, and I have a couple of young guns that I'm going to introduce to you guys here in a little while. And then, of course, I have Mr. Bud Orr. Bud's going to be hanging out here with us tonight. Usually I don't put this many people on, but I think this is an absolutely big deal. And we need to move forward, like I said, to support these kids because they're the future of our sport. I love paintball, but, most of my paintball is in the rearview mirror, which kind of sucks for me. But, that's just how life is. But, these young kids are they're looking through the windshield, and we need to keep supporting them. And, for Tom and the NXL to go ahead and actually make it, I guess, a little paintball division, for young guns, I think is nothing short of terrific. And that's how you make paintball bigger and better, everybody. I love it. I'm very happy to have all these guys on tonight. Real quick, I want to say a few things because everybody knows we're going to have Frank and Jennifer on tonight. So we're going to talk about the Montresor Classic, which is coming up very, very fast. And it's the ICC. It's going to be at Paintball Sport Field in Newburgh, New York. And it's going to be a great time. And Frank and Jennifer have taken over the reins from their son, Tim, who got everything going and made it just a terrific tournament also. And so they've taken it over. And it is going to be July 29th and the 31st, as I've been saying every week, trying to promote this for them. And it's going to be terrific. And they're going to be on here tonight. So this Thursday, I'm having a special show at 6 p.m., not 7 p.m., but 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. And I'm going to have Mr. Kevin Donaldson on, and he's going to draw the brackets for that tournament. So you're going to want to tune in Thursday night. That's like day after tomorrow or the day before Friday. And you're going to want to tune in 6 p.m. Pacific time and watch that because we're going to be picking the brackets for that. We're going to talk to Tom a little bit too about his brackets. He's got like 12 million teams, so I'm trying to figure out how do you do the brackets for that many teams. But it's going to be pretty cool. We got Tommy on here. We're going to pick his brain. So anyhow, and I want to congratulate. There was a big game, Virginia versus North Carolina, and Tim Grinstead held it, and it was at Splat Brothers. They're in Hopewell, Virginia, and it went over very, very good. Scott Senzo and John Hoffmeister, they were the two generals for it, and they made everybody had a great time. And Tim, you did a great job. I know you worked really, really hard on your field, and you put it together, buddy. It was very, very cool. And so anyhow, I got a few things I got to announce right now. I am a proud sponsor of the PBSL. Flagpole Productions is now considered one of their sponsors, and I'm very proud of it because I think the PBSL is a great organization, and they work very, very hard for the sport of paintball, and they've been doing it for a lot of years. So I'm very, very, very proud to be affiliated with them. Also, I want to give a shout out, a happy birthday to Brandon Beard. That's Michael Beard's son. Brandon Beard is a really good kid. Michael Beard played on Constant Pursuit along with Mark Gong and myself back in the day. And Michael Beard works with Mark right now on the Hermans, which is a terrific kids team. I can't say enough about them. I just absolutely love it. So let me give my shout outs real quick, because I'm sure you'd much rather listen to all these great people I got on here tonight. I mean, I don't even know where to start. There's so many of them. It's so cool. I absolutely love it. So I start every week with Mr. Tim Schloss. Tim Schloss has Gateway Paintball in St. Louis, and Tim has the last WCPL tournament of the year, and it's going to be in October. And Tim had Tiger Stripe camouflage back in the day and has Tiger Stripe camouflage coming back out again. So you're going to want to keep an eye out for that. It's almost here. Actually, we should have got them today, but they're still coming. And then hi to Mr. Dan and John Colby, Immortal Air. Air America back in the day, they've been my sponsor for over 30 years. Very, very proud to have them. Just absolutely love those guys. And then a guy, they call him my big brother. I absolutely love this guy, but you're going to get to talk to him tonight, Mr. Bud Orr. So, I'm not going to toot your whistle too much right now, Bud, because when I bring you on, I'll toot your whistle then, brother. But everybody knows what Bud's done for the sport and what Bud is still doing for the sport. This is a guy that worked his butt off, put a lot of money into it back in the day, worked really hard, made a great marker, and he's still out there promoting paintball. Same thing with Tom Cole. Tommy back in the day, we used to butt heads and have a great time. He had a team, I had a team, and then he worked really hard putting the NXL together. Now, he's got just a giant on his hand. He's done a terrific job with that. So, and then I have to say hi to Mr. Tom K. K was my second marker sponsor. Airgun Designs with the Automag, absolutely love it. And then Rainey and Juby Boucher. I mentioned them every week because 2 times a month you could go out to your field and pick up paintball news. And in paintball news, it tells you what just happened, what was coming up, where the teams were, who was hot, what was for sale. It was like the Bible of paintball. And I just absolutely love those guys. They did such a terrific job. And then Mr. Randy Camilla. Randy Camilla was the editor for APG. Randy gave me my first cover shot. And I'll be forever, ever grateful to Randy for that. And then Mr. Jerry Braun. Jerry Braun had Paintball Sport back in the day, and he has Paintball Sport Field now in Newburgh, New York. And that's where the ICC is going to be held here, getting very, very close. And we'll talk to Frank and Jennifer a little bit about that when we pull them up here. And then I got to say hi to Mr. Ross Alexander. Ross had Line SI back in the day. Ross was my very first marker sponsor. I still have my first pump gun that I probably used against Tommy at Jim Lively's Masters, man, because when I started playing there, it was all 15 man. It was pretty interesting. All woods, loved it too. And then I'm going to say hi real quick to Jim Lively. Jim Lively had that tournament. It was a Masters and it was in Tennessee. Just Tommy and I were talking in the green room ahead of time here. And like I say, I wish everybody could have got a chance to do that because it was absolutely terrific. It really, really was. And then like I do every week, I say hi to my little buddies, Mark Gong Jr. and Jaden Gong. They're a couple of the Hermans, the kids teams, which is basically what we're talking about tonight. And I absolutely love that team. They are just a great bunch of guys and ladies. Please, no hate mail. Guys and ladies. We want the ladies to play. We love it. Absolutely terrific. So let me bring up my buddy real quick. Oh, Mr. William Bailey. What's going on, Billy?
Oh, just squirting some stuff away while you were talking.
Yeah, you're chewing on something, man.
Nope, not this time.
Oh, you swallowed already. All right,
But I do have a bunch of these laying around. Little Mott's snacks.
Oh, yeah. I go through those anyhow, I won't get into that part of it. Yeah. So we got a pretty good group on here tonight.
It's a very awesome group.
Hi, everybody.
Great lineup.
Yeah. So what do you say we start dragging some of them out? Yeah, I got some young guns I'm going to put on later on, Bill. And these 2 kids, along with Cheryl, we've had Cheryl on before.
Yep.
Remember the girl that took over my show?
Yep.
So I should have just went and got a sandwich and let her handle it. So. But she's terrific. Yeah, I can't wait to bring her on. And then we're going to bring on Carter and Cannon. Now, wait till you see these kids. Very sharp, and they played at Ion, and one of them got the MVP. You know what it is to get an MVP, Billy?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it takes an awful lot to get that. Very, very cool.
Especially a game that big.
Yeah, exactly right. But first, we want to talk Young Guns. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to bring up a very, very good friend of mine and a friend for many, many years, and a guy I totally respect and I feel was really the tip of the spear, getting the Young Guns really noticed and getting it off the ground. Please, everybody, welcome Mr. Mark Gong. What's going on, Mark?
How you doing, Fred? Hey, Bill. How are you?
Good.
Mark
Good.
right now is at juniors baseball. They're practicing right now, right?
Absolutely. The kid never stops playing sports.
Yeah, it's funny how you take him around to do it. I love it, man. Absolutely great. And you know, he's good at baseball, but he is terrific at paintball.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you for having me tonight too, Fred. I appreciate
oh,
it.
it's my pleasure. You know that. Absolutely, always. And now I want to bring on somebody we all know and love too. Everybody, please welcome Mr. Frank and Mrs. Jennifer Montrosser. I hope. I know. How you doing? How you guys doing this evening?
It's a wonderful day.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on because, you know, Tommy accepting everybody into the World Cup and stuff like that, I think is an absolute big deal. I do.
I was hunting him down.
What's that?
Did Mr. Cole tell you what I did? I was hunting him. I was hunting him down since January. But I just got an email tonight, Mark. Kids can play starting at 8 years of age. It's in writing.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Okay. So
That's awesome.
we're still doing some rule changes, but they're very, very minor. It's a go. Thanks
Very
to
cool.
Cole.
We're
Thank
going
you,
to talk
Jennifer.
a little
Hi,
bit
Frank.
too about the ICC coming up. I know you guys are getting close to that. I see Frank biting his nails, so I know we're getting real close.
I don't know. He seems to be smiling an awful lot here.
He is. Yeah. Oh, I love Frank. I had a good time when we get together. Oh, he's a kick in the pants. He's awful quiet when he's on the screen, but man, you get him by you. There's no cameras. He's a lot of fun.
Keep it up.
Stay behind me. We have checklists of things we're doing. We've got the starting flags. We've got our T-shirts. We've got the ref jerseys, the trophies. They're all lined up, ready to pack.
Oh, excellent. Well, you know, we're going to do the brackets on Thursday. I'm sure you know that, seeing it's your event. So yeah, we're going to do it at 6 o'clock. Kevin's going to do the brackets. We'll talk a little bit about each team that's going to be on and stuff like that. But you know, everybody's very excited to do that. You know, just like the World Cup. You know, if people get the closer it gets to the World Cup, Tommy's World Cup, the NXL. Everybody gets excited, and I think they're doing the same thing with the ICC, and I know we're doing the same thing for Tim's tournament with the WCPL. So I'm so happy to have everybody all coming together, you know, all these events, just working it out so we can just make paintball bigger and better like I like. So I think it's terrific. So speaking of Tom, what do you say we pull Tommy up here real quick? Please, everybody, welcome Mr. Tom Cole,
Yeah.
Mr. NXL.
Ooh.
What's going on, Tommy?
Not much. Thanks for having me.
Oh, my pleasure, man. I think it's very cool you guys putting that together with the NXL to have the Young Guns in there.
Yeah, I don't really get any credit for that. That's really Jennifer just staying on me. Yeah,
Well, someone had to say yes, Tom.
yeah.
You have to control when he's eating. I found the secret. Find him when he's hungry, because that's the only time that he sits still. So you wait till he grabs a chicken leg, and when he sits down, you go, "Mr. Cole, can I talk to you?"
All
And
you women are like that. That's how my wife gets me to do everything.
Yeah.
Unreal.
he
You guys
never
got a
says
system.
no. He's just a great guy. He says, you know, let me think about it, but he never says no. So
Well,
I mean,
you know,
you have to thank him.
yeah, I got to give him credit because you know he's made the NXL. It's absolutely huge. You know, it's the gorilla in the room, and I am very, very happy for him. I think it's terrific, and I think it's good for the sport of paintball too. I I absolutely love it. And it couldn't be a better guy, Tom. Most of us like you. So that works out.
Plenty of people online who do not.
Well, God can't even make everybody happy. So, I mean, that's just how it is. So I want to bring up, we're going to talk a little bit about that in just a second, but I want to bring up my little buddy here. I think everybody knows this guy. How you doing, bud?
Hey, how's everybody doing? Hi, Tom.
We're talking young guns tonight, and I got Mark on and Jennifer and Frank, who are doing an awful lot for the young guns. Now I got Tommy on, who is actually working with the NXL to give them a spot at the NXL. And I think that's a starting point. I think it's absolutely terrific.
That's outstanding. Outstanding. Thank you, Tommy.
Yeah, I'm glad we could help. For sure. I will say, so we released our release on social media, and I've never received so many emails in 12 hours about a division or about something happening. Like my emails literally blew up, and I haven't been able to answer everybody because we don't have all the answers till probably tonight. But yeah, it was amazing.
Well, it's important. It's important to the sport. It's very important to the sport. You're going to be touching a lot of people.
Yeah, I agree. Us old people can't be the only people doing it.
Well, I'd trade you ages any day.
Yeah.
Bill told me a couple more weeks I'll be oil. So, but anyhow. But yeah, Tommy, you working with them and doing all of this, I think is it takes paintball into the future. We all know it because you and I are lucky, Tommy. We know what paintball has been in the past. Mark knows, and so does Bud. And Bill. We've all been there as paintball was growing up in its infancy. But the future is where these kids are, and I think the more we make them feel like part of everything in the sport of paintball, the more that they'll want to build it. And you were a big part of it, making them, because the World Cup's a big deal. It is, obviously, right?
I like to think so.
Yeah, you've been there. So anyhow, it's a big deal, and it's and for these kids to be able to go down there and play, and then go home and go, I played in the World Cup. That's for the future. I think it's going to be a big thing, my friend. So yeah. I want to ask you real quick, what made you actually decide that that you were going to go that route and let this happen?
You mean other than the fact that Jennifer wasn't going to stop calling me?
Yay, Jennifer.
I like that, Tom.
He was going to make this happen come hell or high water. I think it's something that's necessary. It's something I'm always a little cautious about because dealing with kids means you're dealing with parents, and that makes life a little challenging. But I think it's something we should have done a long time ago. So I'm happy to be a part of it. So.
Well, you're a big part of it. Now, you guys got a lot of teams. That's a heck of a show that you got going on down there in Orlando. And if people still want to register, how could what could they jump online? How do they do that, Tom?
You can go on PBLI and register for the World Cup. We expect that event to have just around 600 teams this year. So it'll be a lot of teams. So
that's amazing.
And we have 13 young guns confirmed. We have another 5 that are iffy. They're trying to pull players in. So
we'll have 613 next year.
Yeah, that's right.
What could possibly go wrong, Tom?
Yeah, we're excited about the kids. I think the kids thing is going to be neat. It's going to be a little stressful, but it's going to be neat.
I personally think it's going to be a crowd draw myself.
I do.
Yeah, absolutely. Even I love marketing. That's kind of like my deal. And even the players that are going to be there when the young guns are out there, I'm telling you, they're going to just swamp the sidelines of that field to watch these kids play because, Tom, it's amazing how some of these kids play. They are absolutely amazing. Mark Jr., Nico Podesta. I mean, these guys are they're just great little players, man.
Yeah, no, it's fun to watch them too. I mean, they make stuff happen for sure. And we just launched the women's division this year, the women's pro. So this just kind of fits right in with that, just trying to broaden our base kind of make the sport stronger and get more people involved.
Right. I've got Jody asking, will it be filmed and aired live?
Yes, just so you know, the 4 final teams will be playing on the pro field, and it will be with Ghost Sports. So yes, it will be televised.
Very cool. Very cool. So, 600 teams, Tom, my God. Man, you ever quit the NXL, get a job with the circus? Because that's got to be a lot of juggling going on there, baby.
It is. I mean, we have a great staff, right? I mean, everybody, I'm like the face, but I'm really not the guy, right? There's so many people that we have that make it happen. So my job's actually pretty easy once we get to that point.
Yeah, I've watched you out here walk around and schmoozing. You do pretty good at that.
Exactly.
So. That's my favorite job.
Schmoozer. I am.
I love it. So, Mark, I tell everybody, Jennifer and Frank, and there's all kinds, Jamie Conley, there's a lot of people right now that are doing the kids' teams things, and my hat's off to all of them. But when to me, watching all of this, it all really started out here with Mark. And Mark took his kids out for Father's Day and his birthday. And then, Mark, just kind of what happened after that, because, after I started seeing him, I started talking about it on the show. And then I had you on the show and I had Junior on the show. And now when I go out and watch you guys, oh, my God, there's just a slug of you. And it's not just the kids out there. It's the parents out there supporting them. Got cookouts and it's incredible. So, Mark, how did this really evolve for you?
So it kind of evolved because there was a tournament that we heard was for kids. So at the time, Junior was playing with the Ironman, practicing with us. So we said, hey, let's enter the kids into the tournament. So we took my older son, Jaden, and we took another kid from their school. So we took 3 kids from Castro Valley, California, and drove all the way to Placerville to play a tournament, only to find out that they were playing a tournament against a lot of adults. It wasn't just kids. So we said, my wife literally said, hey, we're going home. I said, we're not going home. We are playing this tournament. We didn't drive 2 hours not to play. So out of, I think it was 16 teams at the King of the Rand, they ended up in 4th place out of 16 teams. And they were the only kids that beat the undefeated team in 30 seconds. A bunch of 8-year-olds beat a bunch of adults that were 30-something in 30 seconds. So it was a fun thing to watch, to see the development of all the young kids that were actually at the events, that were playing with dads. But we had the only all kids team. So that was pretty special to watch for me. Just watching the development of all the kids over the last 2 years has been really special. They've literally gone from not knowing anything about paintball to understanding the mechanics of the guns, understanding to respect the game first and foremost. We have 100% parent buy-in, and that's important for us, because if we don't have parent buy-in, we can't have a successful program. So that's how it started for us, and we've blossomed into something that is real special.
Oh yeah, I remember when I first come out, there was just you and the kids and a couple other kids, and then each time I come out to see you guys, there was more and more, and now you guys just about got your own division. There's so many of you.
Well, it's my job to gather people and get them together, right? So we're just happy to get a bunch of kids in Northern California that want to just enjoy the sport of paintball and just have a fun time with all the other kids.
Yeah, and and it's pretty cool that Jennifer stayed on Tom, and Tom agreed to do it down at the NXL, because it's such a big deal, and for the kids to go home after they go do this and then go home and tell their friends about it. I think this year is going to be the building year. I think next year they're going to be swamped with young guns.
Yes, I agree.
100%. Yes.
Yep. And and who do you got to thank for? You got Jennifer and Tom. You know what? You got those two to thank for this. So sometime in the future, when there's a gazillion young guys out there playing paintball, you can look back on this and say, Jennifer really wanted it at the NXL, and Tommy let him in, and there you go. The rest is going to be history from here on in.
It's Mr. Cole, because he could have said no, and he never said no. He just said he had to think about it.
Did you say Mr. Cole?
I call him Mr. Cole.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, no wonder you said yeah.
It weirds me out. It weirds me out that she calls me Mr. Cole.
I absolutely love it.
Sure.
Well, I got to tell you, Tom, I think it's a very good thing what you've done. My hat's off to you big time. I used to like to play against you. I just we used to thump on each other. I used to love the heck out of that. So, but to see what you've grown into and what you've organized, and obviously I know you're the face of it, and there's other people behind you, but you are the face of it. Period. So I think it's a terrific job what you've done. And same thing for you, Frank and Jennifer. You guys started with just a couple of kids, and now you're just man, you got some teams now with the Marauders. Tell us a little bit about how you got going with that.
Well, last year at the ICC, we had 5-man spots open, and I wanted to do. I didn't want them to go empty, and we talked and we said, well, let's let the kids play. And there's a lot of resistance, but then we got 2 teams. We got James Grayley to put in Jen's Young Guns, and then we also had Charles Holland put in the Montrester Marauders, and it's just grown. The Jen's Young Guns placed 25 out of 48. Montrester Marauders placed 43 out of 48. I mean, there was a place for the kids to play. They could compete against us. And beat us.
Well, Charles Holland, he's one of the coaches, isn't he?
He is. This guy, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. I'm going to tell you. He runs a league out there. He runs the Montrester Marauders. He changed it into our 501c. He's a 7th grade science teacher. The guy is incredible. He gives and gives and gives. He's just
wow. Yeah, I've talked to him online a couple of times. I know. I noticed his shirt right off. Very cool. I love it. Connor Bryant's watching us from Australia right now, so I thought I'd pop him up there. Connor's a good guy, very involved in Australia in paintball. We're trying to help them down there a little bit because some of their laws that they have in Australia are a lot different than they are here. So, but anyhow, that's another story. So, Bud, what do you think of this Young Gun stuff? What do you think of Tommy doing it, and we got Mark starting it, and Jennifer and Frank jumping in and kicking butt?
Well, you got 4 of the neatest people in the world right there: Tommy, Jennifer, Frank, Smiley, and Mark. I mean, he is Smiley. I renamed Frank Smiley.
I love it.
That guy is so awesome when you get to know him. He really is. So
that's what I was telling everybody at the beginning of the show too. When you get on the show, he's one thing, but man, when you get him out there and you're talking to him, he's like you. You're awful quiet on the show too, but man, we can't shut you up when we're together.
No, well, Mom's got to talk. He's learned that too.
Oh yeah.
You don't interrupt Mama. Don't interrupt her. No, but you guys are hats off to you. Tony and I know each other for years, and I mean, it's just fabulous. I mean, and like you said earlier, this is going to draw a lot of kids into it, lots of kids, because the only thing they're lacking to get in is recognition, and you guys are giving them recognition, and that's going to go a long way. And Tommy's in the big game, and the game recognizes them. Oh, geez, that's such a plus. So
very well put. Yeah, that's right. I think this year is going to be one thing with the kids, but I think next year, Tommy, I think half your 600 is going to be Young Guns, so you probably go to 900 next year.
That's what I predicted. I told Mr. Cole that. I said, watch it explode. I said, make room for him. Because next year he's going to need 2 or 3 more fields.
There you go. Did you hear
that,
Fred? Mr. Cole?
I did. She's going to have to stop calling me Mr. Cole, Jennifer. Yeah.
I call him Tommy like he's a kid on the block.
Yeah, yeah. In this room, I get called Tommy. This is where I'm Tommy.
There you go.
We knew Tommy when he was a little kid too. Remember that?
Yeah. I was playing Young Guns.
That's right. First time I played you were a Young Gun, just about, huh?
Yeah, I was 17.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
17.
It's incredible, Tom. You still look like you're 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, this job has aged me, that's for sure. Yeah.
So how many are you going to do? How many NXLs you guys going to do next year? Have you planned on adding any more to it, Tommy?
No, I mean we're currently doing 6 in the U.S. and we do another 4 in Europe. So that and the 10-man ICPL, which is another like 4. That's a lot of. So I think
It
we're
is.
pretty much maxed out.
It is. It absolutely is. Yeah, you stay pretty busy. That's for darn sure.
Yeah, spent a lot of time in hotel rooms. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, I know that feeling, man. I did that for years. I was only home like 8 days out of the month. The rest of the time I was traveling for paintball for years.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it was fun though. It was fun. But you know what's good about it now is, I love seeing people work hard to build paintball. And the young guns I think is a big way of doing it. And you agreeing to do the young guns thing I think is great. What do you think, Bill? You've been sitting up there, but you've dealt with a lot of young guns. You have a field. You've had a field for a lot of years.
Yep. No, it's been awesome watching them all grow. Especially the group Mark's got and Jennifer's got and Jamie Conley's got. It's been fun watching them.
Yeah, they worked really hard at it.
Bill
Go ahead,
shot
Jennifer.
me at World Cup. Bill shot me at World Cup. You know that on the break. I was out because Bill shot me. Long ball.
Yeah, it was.
He got an award for that.
He did.
Yeah. We gave him an old dusty shoe.
Yeah, the shoe. I got some croutons at dinner that night too. They're like, you can have croutons with your salad.
Oh my goodness. Well, there's going to be revenge in Missouri. I'm coming.
Oh, not because I'm a referee. Don't be.
I know it.
Better.
It doesn't matter. You can't shoot back.
Well, I'll carry my PGP. It wasn't chronoed either.
I absolutely love it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man. That's going to be a lot of fun there. Tim's got a great field, and but 600 teams. My God, that's almost mind-boggling, to be honest with you. It's just awesome. That's mind-boggling. I don't know. Hey, what do you guys start at 4 a.m. or what?
I mean, it's a long weekend, and we have a lot of fields. I think we have 10 fields is where we're at, so it's a lot. It's definitely a lot, but it's an extra day. It's a 4-day event,
right?
So we run them through.
Who handles all the logistics for it, though? Because that's a lot of division setting up and getting everything to run like that, though, man.
So we have a lot. We use PBLI, right, which is Chris Rails' company. So he handles all the scheduling and all that stuff, and we have 2 ref managers that kind of manage the fields and make that happen. So we have a lot. Like I said, we have a great staff. We have Camille Lemansky, who I still call Camille Baker from back in the day, but Mrs. Lemansky. And so she's kind of like the team liaison, and we have a great operations group. So yeah, we have a good team.
How many referees do you have for the event?
The trick question.
Never enough.
We have 140 to 150 referees.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Yeah,
wow.
That is the biggest challenge, to be honest. That is the real hard part.
So, you sleep for a week after that's done?
Yeah, it's a pretty stressful event. I'm not gonna lie. And that is the event that we always decide to add something new, like the kids division or the, we did the motorcycle one year. So we always try to do something special, which just stretches everything to the limit.
Yeah, but it's good you keep building on it, though. I think the kids thing is going to be a plus, not for the kids, just the kids, but for you guys too. I think the kids thing is going to be huge.
I think it's going to be neat for sure.
You wait till the first kids game. You watch the people on the sidelines. It's going to be packed watching that, man.
I hope so.
Oh, I know so. There's just no doubt in my mind. You come out here, they have the kids tournaments out here, and to watch these kids is amazing. These guys are like this tall, and they are just smoking out there. It's unbelievable.
Well,
so yeah,
cool if one of the kids plays at this event is on the webcast, right, and then 10 years later, he's playing for Dynasty or something like that on the same webcast if the Dynasty guys ever retire.
There you go.
You're replaced with this new blood here, so.
Well, yeah, Mark Jr. He's a heck of a little player, and Nico Podesta, another terrific little player. Am I right, Mark?
You know what? Nico's a fabulous player. Ryan's
God,
done a great job.
So Junior though. You watch Junior
Yeah,
come out. I mean, he's firing out at a break, man.
Yes. Speaking of Junior, he's rolling up to the car right now to put his baseball equipment in. Let me load him in the car and you can say hi to him.
Yeah, he's as good as you always wanted to be.
Yeah, he's everything I always wanted to be.
I'm a big fan of Mark Jr. I want his autograph.
Yeah, he's my buddy.
Oh, he's so cute.
Oh, Jennifer, you had to see him when he was 7 years old out there playing. You had to see him. Hey, how you doing, Junior?
He's so
Hey, I seen your new baseball glove, man. I seen your new baseball glove. How cool is that?
Oh, he's so cute.
Thank you.
So you getting all ready for the World Cup?
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Oh man, 2 words. That was pretty cool.
Hey, that's more words than ever said to you, Fred.
What's that?
Tom's the one who made it happen for you.
Hi,
And say hi to Jennifer and Frank.
I'm Jennifer.
Say hi to Bud Orr.
Wow.
Hi, how you
And
doing?
say hi to.
Yes, Mark.
Hi, Bill.
Oh, he's so cute.
So Bud, I gave Junior an autococker, and he's thrilled about having an autococker.
Oh
Cool,
yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah.
that guy can absolutely play. So you're doing pretty good in baseball, I hear. I seen the picture of your glove, man. Your dad had your glove monogrammed. Wow.
That's
How cool is
awesome.
that, huh?
I like it.
We're glad you do.
He has all the right answers tonight.
Yeah, he does. He always does. You know what? When we had him on before, Tim Schloss called me up and I'd ask him a question and he would roll his eyes at you. And Tim Schloss was just cracking up. He called me. He goes, Freddy, he goes, that kid is so cute. He goes, I laughed so hard. He goes, you'd ask him a question and he'd roll his eyes.
Well, he's honest.
Yeah, he is. I got a couple of kids we're going to put on here in a couple of minutes, actually. And it should be pretty cool.
Bye, Nathan.
And that's know where you are.
Oh, look at
You're
saying
welcome.
goodbye to everybody.
You're
They
gonna
just
hate
had
me afterwards.
they
See
just
you
played
later,
their last
Junior.
baseball game. So
Bye, Damon.
yeah, this was their last practice. Is this their last practice, right, Mark?
This is their last. This is their last baseball practice today. So we have all these gifts that we're giving to the kids, and I gave them this cool little thing called fan horns, and they're all blowing it in the parking lot. It sounds like a train horn. It's loud out here right now. They're all blowing them.
That's
I
great.
love it.
No.
I'm going to pull up a couple other people here. Normally, I don't put more than 6 on my show, but I want to have these two to jump in here with us because
Blow that as much as you can in the house.
it's pretty cool. First of all, I'm going to bring Cheryl up. I've had her on the show before. How you doing, young lady?
Hey, everybody. How are you?
Welcome.
And
We'll see
then
you.
I am going to
Don't be
bring up
afraid.
a couple of young guns
Okay.
here, guys. Boom.
Hey
Say
guys,
hi to Carter and Cannon. How you guys doing this evening?
pretty good.
Pretty good, huh? So, which one of you got the MVP? Hold it up and show everybody. Now, he got this at the Ion game.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Cheryl was
That's
telling me
really
that you two guys and your dad, man, you guys went up on a hill, and you guys held a bunch of guys off so that they could make a push. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big deal what they accomplished up there. We were pinned at our insert for the first 2 hours of Ion, and these guys, them and their dad, they held down a ridge, and
I'm on a
they actually held it down
I'm on
long
a
enough
podcast.
that the 101st Airborne was able to get behind on the tape line and make a move and actually finally break through that line. It was a really big deal. So it was
Very, very
amazing
cool.
watching these guys run the field.
You guys are on tonight with some very notable people in the sport. You know, Mr. Bud Orr, Mr.
Hi,
Tom
guys.
Cole.
Hey.
Shout out to Butterworth. You're a legend.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Wow, I didn't know that. Pretty cool.
Oh, I actually
Yeah.
just got a text message from these guys' dad. He's telling me that he had his first gun was a cocker. So he's
was it?
mind blown right now.
Wow. And Tom Cole, the guy in the middle right there, he's the guy that runs the NXL. He's the big part of it. He's the tip of the spear, we'll call it, because there's a lot to the spear, but he's the tip of it. And so that's.
I wasn't at Ion. I had to go to the UK for an event, or I would have been at Ion.
Yeah, how'd that event go over there?
It was amazing. It was actually amazing. A team from Belgium won. A team called Breakout Spa, and they've been playing pro for 20 years, and it's their first event win.
Wow.
So it was pretty good.
That's awesome.
Oh, outstanding. You have a good turnout over there?
Yeah, it was actually, we have a locked division over there. We only do 20 pro teams, so it's a European pro tour. So.
Oh, that's 20 teams. That's good. That's a good turnout, period.
Yeah.
Especially 20 pro teams. That's real good.
Yeah,
So-
no, it's.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it's a whole different world in Europe for paintball. So, kind of, but I would have just as soon been at Ion playing there. So we actually.
Oh, you didn't miss much this year except for these kids.
Yeah. We actually supply the air at Ion. That's the NXL air truck at Ion that does the air.
They were incredible this year, Tom. They were incredible this year.
Oh,
They were
good.
out there with picks, actually cleaning up all the connectors to make sure that these kids were getting it
Good
right.
stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, very cool. We got Mean Gene watching us too. Autocockerparts.com down in LA. Mean Gene's part of the band, and he's going to be playing with us in October too. So I'm looking forward to that. So
Hey,
Jennifer
Mean
and Frank, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. What? You know Mean Gene?
No, I love Mean Gene.
Wow, there you go. Wow,
Really,
there's
really
a, and that's coming from Mr. Tom Cole. That's pretty
Yeah.
darn cool. Oh yeah, I'm going to ride that, Tommy.
Yeah, I see that. Tommy.
I love you, brother. You know that. I like you as a person. I like what you do for paintball. I think you're a winner all the way around. And Tommy just got a new house, everybody. So congratulations to him. That's very, very cool.
Thank you.
Yep. Very, very, very happy for you. Period.
I hear he lives in an attorney's office.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. So, Jennifer, real quick, you got the ICCs coming up quick on you now.
Yeah, a week and a half. Yes,
Yep,
we're
and-
ready. We're ready.
Yeah, Kevin showed us all the pictures of the field and everything like that. He's been working really, really hard on it. I talked to him yesterday.
He really works hard. Yeah, the fields will be ready. I think we're ready to roll.
Yeah,
It looks beautiful.
yeah, we're
It
gonna
looks beautiful.
do the brackets on Thursday night. A special show at 6:00 Pacific time, 9:00 Eastern time. So every time you're lucky you don't have to get involved with that bracket stuff. Oh man.
Yeah,
600
no.
teams. Shoot, I'd have to do a 2-day show.
It's drawn out of a hat for 2 days.
Ah,
No big old pile of paper. I love it. So, Carter,
What's up?
what got you started in paintball, my friend?
My dad always played when he was my age, and he kind of got me into the sport, and ever since then I've always loved it, and I love getting out on the field and just playing with my friends and my brother, and it's great.
Very cool. Yeah. Yeah. So your dad takes you guys out. So all three of you guys go play together then, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do.
Oh, very cool. What do you think about winning that MVP there, Cannon? Huh?
Yeah, it's crazy. I never thought I'd get it when I got there. I just thought I was gonna play some paintball. Yeah.
What do you guys shoot?
I shoot an ether 2. I shoot an ether 2.
How about you, Carter?
I shoot a G-Tech 170R.
Oh, very cool. What's your dad shoot?
He shoots an ether 2 as well.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. So he takes you guys out all the time then, huh? That's pretty cool. He took you guys to Ion like that.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, it takes us a lot of fun.
How very cool. Yeah, I guess Cheryl, she's the one that was telling me all about you guys. That you guys are, you guys are a couple of cool kids, but you guys are some great players. She was Cheryl. Maybe you could tell the story about them holding the hill where you guys pushed.
Yeah, I mean, I can go into it deeper. It was a crazy story how they even got involved. I mean, Roland, their dad, we've been friends for 5 or 6 years now. I think Cannon and his twin brother, they were probably 2 years old when when I met their dad. He wasn't sleeping much in those days. So I tease him a lot about coming out with paintball, and we kind of touch people who are into the sport. That's what we do. We always try to get out on the field together. But he saw one of the pictures that was posted after New York. WCPL commented, "Hey, when are we going out?" And I said, "Come to Ion." And the guy got on the phone, and an hour later he had tickets for both him and the kids. And he came out, brought the boys out, and they were at the front lines the entire weekend. I mean, we run QRF, my team, the Wildcards. We're at the front line all weekend long. We're in the thick of it, and these kids were right with us all weekend. So the Allied Command, they put together a Young Guns promotion that they were giving out cards to the young players who were performing well, and these guys, they got 3 of them. From Commanders. So I mean, they were just everywhere, and they did a quick raffle at the main stage during the awards, and Skirmish put that one on. Allied Command did their own, and I couldn't believe it. They're telling me, "Hang tight, don't go anywhere, don't go anywhere. Make sure that Cannon and the Merciers don't leave." Sure enough, they announced Cannon as the MVP, and everybody just lost their minds. It was incredible, absolutely incredible what these guys accomplished last weekend.
That's really so cool.
That's awesome.
What do you think about Tom letting them in the Young Guns in the NXL? Don't you think that's pretty cool?
Hear us in there?
Who, me? I think it's phenomenal. As a parent, it would scare the crap out of me. So I give a lot of credit to the parents who allow their kids out there to do this thing. I think it's great. It's a phenomenal outlet. I love the sport. I want to see the sport grow. And like Mark I was sitting backstage when Mark was talking about the story at King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Let them play. Let them play. I mean, one of the things I love most about this sport is it's a great equalizer,
Well, when Junior started playing, Junior was playing with the OG Ironman. Am I right, Mark?
Absolutely. He was out at every practice with us. So it's not like we threw him to a bunch of recreational players. He was actually playing against Dirk Gadberry, Michael Baird, these legendary Ironman players. So, the poor kid, he doesn't know what regular people are like. He's always played against these really legendary people.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah. And you know what's going to be cool is, Tom, I don't think you're going to have a problem with the Young Guns at your tournament, because the parents are so much behind them right now. At least the ones I know, they're just they back them 100%. So I think it's going to be a win-win for you.
I hope so.
Yeah, unless of course they get a bad call, you might get a dad coming after you or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I live in. I'm not afraid of the dads. I'm afraid of the moms, to be honest with you.
I can tell you're married.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. That was good, Tom.
Thank you.
Are you going to have an open bar there?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good mix. Drunk mom is worse. Yeah.
How many vendors do you expect there, Tom?
No idea.
No idea yet, because you guys were swamped last year.
I'm gonna say 50.
Unreal.
Yeah. I mean, some of the vendors' booths are bigger than my house.
Yeah. Yeah, because some of the people I've talked to, all the vendors I talked to, they're all waiting for the World Cup. They're all heading down there. So, just about everybody I know is going to be there. Should be pretty cool.
Are you coming this year?
I'm thinking about it, because I'm traveling in October. I'm going to St. Louis, but I'm really trying to fly out there. What I was going to do is fly out there and get there on a Friday and just hang out Friday and Saturday, and maybe fly home Sunday night just to come out and say hi to everybody. Because, Tom, I'm with the WCPL. Everybody knows that. Okay. That's right. But I support the NXL also. I support all of these things. To me, it's all about the sport and building the sport. And I think what you've done for the NXL, I think is terrific. I applaud you all the way. And I
Well, I
don't ever
appreciate it.
consider myself a competitor. I just consider myself somebody else that's doing something else for paintball. That's all. So yeah, am I going to try to come down there? I absolutely am.
So we could maybe do something. Maybe we can get you to commentate on the kids' game on Go Sport.
Oh, I would love that. Is that an invitation?
That is an invitation.
Yeah, yeah, boy, God, I think you just hooked me. Now you got to reel me in. That was pretty good.
I was
Now,
trying.
I've always wanted to come down and do it because a lot of people that I know, Tom, go to the World Cup down there, and they always tell me how much fun they've had. So it's definitely something that I've been wanting to do. So I might just take you up on that this year. I think I would absolutely love that. Nothing else, maybe I could walk around and schmooze with you a little bit too, because I watch you. You got everybody doing everything, you're the schmoozer. So
I can give you the smooge tour. I learned how to smooge from you. Don't forget that. You started the smoozing way before I did.
Hey, Fred, maybe if you show up, Fred, we can walk around, go to MGM Studios and walk around in tights together, reminisce about the past.
Yeah.
I think Mark's just trying to come up with an excuse to get into some tights again.
Yeah. That's the sad part about the whole thing. That's all he remembers about the MGM show is the tights.
So, Fred, something funny. So I went and met with MGM down there they wanted us to do an award ceremony on their property. So I asked if they would let us play in there, and they were like, absolutely not. And I was like, you guys knew that you already did this one time? And I showed it to him, and he was just amazed that they let you guys do that on the property.
Yeah, it took 9 months to put that together, Tom. But you know what? We reached millions of people with that. They were only supposed to show it on ESPN one time. They ended up airing it 24 times that year because, the commercials, they were just knocking them out of the park. So, paintball is a big thing. And if you ever want to get something back on, let me know, because I've actually been talking to a different, I won't say Disney, but one of their competitors. And they seem to be getting more and more interested in it. And I've got a different concept how I want to do. Maybe we can talk sometime off air about it.
I would love to do something.
Yeah, and I got a great concept for it too. But anyhow, that's something different. We can talk off air sometime. But I just wanted to bring Carter and Cannon on because these are a couple of young guns, and we got Junior sitting right there. Junior, one of the best little players. I got to tell you, he's an amazing player.
How old are you, Junior?
I'm 9 now. I used to be 8. I just turned 9.
What the heck? You talk to Tommy, but me, I get one-word answers.
You know what, Junior? We all used to be 8 at some point. Just some of us were a lot longer ago.
Yeah. I think that was kind of a hit at me. Pretty graceful, though.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Tom, wait till you watch Junior play. He's going to amaze you. It's so funny because, these guys are not 12 feet tall. They're little guys, and they just come out of there banging. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's going to be neat.
Yep. And, maybe Carter, maybe you and Cannon, you guys can get a team together maybe one time. Maybe not this year, but maybe next year, and head down to the NXL down there, man.
Yeah, we were hoping to eventually. Even if
actually, we thought about, if we don't fill all the spots, about having individual kids sign up, pay their fee, and we'll roll them into a team.
Absolutely.
That'd be amazing.
So that was one of the ideas we were kicking around.
Is your dad
do you
right
guys
there?
have any squads up here in the Northeast?
Our dad is here.
Yeah, drag him over here.
Come
Come on.
Hey, there you go.
What's up?
How you doing, man?
How we doing?
Hey, you got a couple of great kids there.
Oh man, I love them. I can't be any happier that they're playing paintball. It's been my passion for, oh my gosh, almost 20 some years.
But you know what's cool is you know you're like Mark and everybody else. You guys are bringing them up right. You know you're bringing them up to make the future paintball that much brighter. I love it.
Absolutely. I can't press paintball with more of my friends and their kids as much as I can. You know, Cannon really struggled early because of his age, so we really had to maybe fake a couple age groups getting him into these paintball games. But anywhere he went, people were ecstatic at their age, and I think it carried more and more young kids onto our local paintball field.
Absolutely. Do you know Mark and Jennifer? I mean Frank and Jennifer.
I don't personally, but I do. I have been listening, so I think it's really exciting that she's really pressing the issue with the young guys.
Yeah, and then you know Tom Cole, Mr. Tom Cole.
I do, absolutely. I know that. We followed the NXL. We're actually at our local event down over here in Pennsylvania. We spent a couple days there, me and these two boys. We absolutely loved it.
And then you know Mr. Bud Orr?
I'm not sure who that is. No, of course, no. Absolutely. We actually
Pleased to meet you.
And that's all we shot. So it was really cool. Very neat.
That's awesome.
And then Mr. William Bailey, you know Bill?
I do slightly. I've been doing my bit of research here. I've been out of the game for a little while.
That's why we're introducing it to everybody.
Absolutely. It's an absolute
and then Mark Gong. You know, that's Mark.
How's it going, Mark? How's it going, Mark? Maybe one day we can get our young guys together and shoot some.
Absolutely. Message me on Facebook. I'd love to send your kids some Herman stuff.
Absolutely, man. I'd love that.
There you go. See, that's how. Who did I introduce you to first? I think it was Jamie Conley, Mark. Isn't that who I linked you up with? Yeah. And now you and Jamie are working on a bunch of stuff together, man. He's another great guy.
Yes.
He's a good guy. He's a Cardinals fan, but he's an okay guy.
I don't hold that against him.
Don't hold it against him.
Careful, Philly fans are pretty in depth here. No, I love it. Absolutely. We play quite a bit of speedball and whatnot over at our local field. We live very close, so I mean we're all about it. And definitely Carter got an invite to go down to Orlando to play with Vision. And so we're looking to follow up with things like that, but I'd love to connect.
Yeah,
awesome. If you can make it down to the World Cup, come and hang out with the kids. We'd love to hang out with your kids. There's a bunch of young kids around, and they're all friendly.
Yeah, Tommy puts on a heck of a show. It's worth the trip. So
absolutely. I mean, we're very, very much considering it. So we're looking forward to it.
Very cool. Well, I appreciate you jumping on tonight to say hi to us. I wanted to see the guy behind the two cool kids. So, and actually, you are behind them, aren't you?
Thank you for raising them the right way.
Absolutely right, bud. So, Carter and Cannon, I'm going to cut you guys off now because I'm just about done here. But I want to thank you guys so much for coming on tonight. Yeah. And Dad, you're doing a great job.
You guys. Great seeing you.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, connect with me on Facebook so we can stay in touch with each other. All right?
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, is he talking to me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah, Dad.
Oh, you said Dad. I thought you said Dan.
Oh, no.
Like Dan, I'm looking at all the names. I'm like, I don't see Dan.
I don't see my name written down here. No.
Yeah, well, no, it's no problem. I'm breaking in a new tongue.
Yeah, so, but, I'll definitely message you. I'd love to stay in contact.
Yeah, do that. Stay in touch with me. Hit me up on Facebook, and we'll go from there.
Absolutely. Hey, it was an absolute pleasure. Congratulations on the Hall of Fame.
Hey, and thank you so much for letting the kids come on tonight.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Very cool. And I want to have them back on again sometime when we got a little more time.
That'd be amazing. Thank you very much for your time.
All right. You guys have a good evening.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful night.
Fred, I won't take over your show. You can cut me loose too if you want to. But it's always an honor to be here with you guys. Honestly, this year has just been amazing. I'm still enjoying the ride. To be here with all of you individuals, it's just I'm humbled.
Cheryl, you've earned your spot. You've earned your spot.
I don't know about all that. I feel like I just got really lucky.
Yeah,
but I'm grateful to be here.
Yeah, I'm not a snob, but I'm very touchy about who I put on my show. I put on people on the show that I think are good for paintball and really want to build paintball. Everybody else, I don't talk bad about anybody, but I like to push the people that are good. So
That's my
appreciate
heart.
it.
My heart is just to do whatever we can do to make this thing grow and bring it to more places. Because as far as I'm concerned, that for my personal experience, like Mark was saying, you know, it's and I was kind of getting into this before, that this sport is just the great equalizer. And
Yep.
it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what your physicality is, your gender, your age. It doesn't matter. You put a marker in somebody's hand and give them the skills, and they have the opportunity to succeed. And for me personally, this has been a healing space. This has been a healing space for a lot of different places in life. So I just feel blessed to be here. So thank you guys. I appreciate the opportunity.
It's my pleasure. You're welcome back on again. I'll have you back on again.
All right, we'll talk.
Absolutely. All right, Shell. You have a good
Thank
evening.
you, Fred. Thanks,
All right.
everybody.
Bye
Thank
now.
you. Thanks for coming on.
She's a great lady. I got to tell you, she's a pretty special person. Really is. Well,
Hey,
Mr.
Fred,
Cole. Yeah, go ahead.
Fred, before we release all these wonderful people on your podcast right here, I really want to thank Tom for the opportunity that he's giving for the kids. Not only is he bringing the kids in the forefront, but he also he's going to be giving them rings. I mean, this is incredible. They're going to walk away with NXL rings as a championship trophy. How incredible is that?
Only first place gets rings.
Yeah, only first place.
Yeah.
But what an incredible experience for the kids.
Oh, Tommy's a good guy. You know, I don't know if you guys have been very observant, but, you know, his head has gone up like 3 hat sizes since his show started. So, you know, I'm telling you, I've been watching this stuff, man.
Well, that just depends on where he's sitting at in the chair. You know,
Yeah, leaning forward. Yeah, that's my head going.
That guy works really hard. I'm going to tell you, anytime I called him, he was never home. He was, I don't know where you were, Europe? I think it was Europe.
Yeah, because I was actually going to do this. Yeah, I was actually going to do this show last week. I was going to do this show last week, but Tommy was out of town. So Tom says, well, you know, I hang on a week. Would you do it? And he said, yeah. And here he is tonight, just like he promised.
Well, thank you. He works extremely hard, and he's making this happen.
Well, you
and
know,
he's
that's
also making it affordable so the kids can come and play.
That's why I'm promoting them. That's why I'm promoting them, Jennifer. You know, take my word for it. You know, I like Tommy a lot, but I wouldn't put him on if I didn't think he was doing a lot for paintball. So I think he's doing terrific.
Mr. Cole is wonderful.
Mr. Cole, God, you're killing me.
He's been wonderful for the sport. He's been good to us. He's been good to, you know, he's good for the sport.
I've known him a long time, and I like to play against him, and I love talking to him. We have some terrific conversations when we're together. So, Tommy, I want to thank you so much. You're a man of your word. You came on tonight just like you said you would.
Thanks for having me. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Cole.
Thank you, bud. Mr. Orr.
Hey, I love you, brother. Love you. You're awesome. You're what you do for the sport. It's incredible, and you're always at my top of the list of being a good guy. So,
well, thank you very much.
I've
you told me I was like Mr. Happy or something.
Mr. Tommy, I love it.
I've kind of got a funny story about Tom. I was doing some work. I was a plumber here in Springfield. I think I told you about this, Tom, a couple of years ago. But I get called to this big house, and the guy didn't have hot water, and so I started taking it apart. But I was letting the hot water run. You know, when I took apart the kitchen sink faucet. And he come over there and he turned it back off, and I go, no, and I just turned it back on, and then he turned it back off, and then he goes, you know, I can't waste hot water. And I'm like, I have to have this running so I can fix it. And he got the subject came up of paintball, and he goes, yeah, my boss, he's like one of the biggest guys in paintball. And I'm sitting there thinking, not in Springfield, you know, like there's no way, you know, I would know this person. And I'm like, who is he? And he goes, Tom Cole. I guess it was one of your parents' rental houses or something.
Yeah, one of my dad's rental houses. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the guy went and helped him, helped you every once in a while or whatever, part time. But it was just funny to me. I'm like, what are the chances, of running into, somebody that actually knows?
I also remember stopping by your shop because they're like, there's a shop in Springfield, and I didn't know you were from Springfield, to be honest.
Yeah,
And then I go to the shop, and I'm expecting, and it's got like everything from back in the day, right? It's got like the lively trophies and all this stuff. I'm like, my God, this guy's got everything. So yeah, it's a small world in Springfield, Missouri.
It was. Yep.
So Tom, thanks so much for coming on tonight, buddy. I really do appreciate it. And I might take you up on that offer for the NXL. I think it'd be terrific.
I appreciate it. Good deal. Well, I'm excited. Can't wait to have the kids shooting each other.
All right. You have a good evening. Thank you, wife, for letting you come
Awesome. See you later, Tom. We'll see you in
All right,
August
guys.
in California.
Thank
you. Later, brother.
All right, bye.
All right, everybody. It's Mr. Tom Cole, the tip of the spear for the NXL. I got to say that anyhow. So, well, Frank and Jennifer, I appreciate you guys coming on. I'm going to see you guys in a couple of days because we're going to do the drawing for the ICC on this show.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I really appreciate the privilege of doing that too. I was very excited when Kevin got a hold of me and said that you guys wanted to do it on the show. So very cool.
Well, thank you, Fred. Thank you for having us. We'll see you in a couple nights.
Absolutely. I can't wait.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Awesome.
All right.
Junior, want to say good night to Jennifer?
Oh,
Thank
I
you.
love Junior. He's so
John.
Real quick, if somebody still wants to jump in the ICC, they can still get on, right?
No.
It's all done, right?
It's done. It's full.
That's
Fred,
it.
I've got to have everything. I am one of these planners. I'm really anal. Everything has to be done. Everything's done.
That's why we held off with you. We had some business to get cleaned up.
Got it. Okay.
We're done.
Terrific. Well, I'm looking forward to Thursday night.
Okay. Bill's laughing. No, I have to have things lined
See you
up.
later.
Hey, and Frank's over there shaking his head. We're married, Frank. We know.
See you later, Smiley.
You guys have a good evening, huh?
Give me a big one. There you go.
Bye-bye, guys.
Take care.
Take care.
Frank and Jennifer Montress are great people. Well, Mark, you froze up, Mark.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go. Better, much better. Is he driving okay, Junior?
Junior's driving.
Oh, Junior's driving.
No.
Hey, Mark. Hey, Mark, I appreciate time you coming on tonight, buddy. You and I've been friends a lot of years, and what you're doing for paintball and what you're doing with the kids, I think, is phenomenal. It's tremendous. It really is.
Thank
I
you.
second that.
We just want to. Thanks, bud. We just want to leave paintball in a better spot than what we came into the world with, knowing paintball the way it is. So I want to give some props out to Michael Baird also. He's a big part of this movement that we do here in Northern California. So a lot of props out to Michael and the OG Ironman and Dirk and all of them that just come out and help out the kids.
They absolutely do. So, yeah, you got a lot of people supporting him, me being one of them. Got my jersey hanging right there. So, Mark, again, thanks for coming on tonight, brother.
Not a problem. Hey, you have a great night, and thank you for inviting us to be on the podcast. Bill, you take care. Bud, you also take care. It's good seeing you guys.
Take care, brother.
Okay, see you later.
All right, brother.
Okay.
Bye now.
See you later.
Bye-bye. Bye, Junior.
Bye.
All right, everybody, that was Mark and Mark Jr. Terrific people. I just absolutely love them. So we go back a lot of years. Did a lot of paintball all over the place. It was nothing short of great. So Mr. Orr. Yeah, he is. I appreciate so much you jumping on tonight, but I wanted you to meet the kids and to kind of hang out with us.
I had a great time, and I really appreciate you bringing me on. It's an honor to be on your show. So, I mean, always
you got an open invitation.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. So, you and that little gray-haired guy up in the right-hand corner. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, he's looking around. That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, bud. You stay safe.
Love you guys. You take care of yourself.
Love you too, man. Tell Kathy we said hi.
You do the same. All right.
All right, brother. Bye now. Love having that guy on. You know what? What a great group tonight.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Gosh, bless it. It was kind of
That
cool.
was a lot of paintball. That was a lot of paintball in that group.
It was, and I usually don't have that many people on. I got a 50-inch screen here, but I might get a bigger screen so I can put more people on. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I know.
I would not want that. I would not want to even begin. 600.
No. Oh my God, 600 teams.
There's not enough money to even try to do that.
Unbelievable. That's an awful lot of teams. But he's got a network. I mean, he got 150 refs, and he's got the network, the logistics behind it. He's got Chris setting everything up. So there's a lot to it. So
I know when Dwayne used to run Oklahoma D-Day, the biggest game he ever did was just a little over 5,000, and he only had like 3 people doing all the registration for that.
Wow.
And there would be 700 people day of registration.
Wow. Unreal.
Nightmare. No way. Nope.
Well, all right, Billy. Well, hang on in the green room. I'll talk to you in a minute here.
All righty.
All right, brother. All right, everybody. Again, I want to thank you so much for watching tonight. And please remember, Thursday night, day after tomorrow, the day before Friday, we're going to do the brackets for the ICC coming up here pretty quick. So tune in. It's going to be at 6 o'clock instead of 7 o'clock Pacific time. So until then, normally I say until Tuesday, but now until Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, please watch us on Facebook on Flagpole Productions. Until then, please play hard, play safe, play fair, get out there and play some paintball, huh? You have a good evening, everybody. Bye now.